The 4th of July table isn't just a surface where food is served, it's a gathering point, a center of connection, a place where moments unfold between shared meals and meaningful glances. It's where stories are told and laughter grows. More than just a decorative element, the table anchors the celebration. Designing a table for this holiday isn't about impressing guests with elaborate details. It's about setting a tone. It's about shaping the energy of the space so that people feel welcome, engaged, and part of something that resonates beyond the meal itself. Whether you're planning for a group or an intimate gathering, how you approach the table sets the rhythm of your celebration. And just like freedom, good table decor doesn't follow rules, it follows feeling. Let's explore 4 thoughtful, intentional ways to design a 4th of July table, not through specific items or color palettes, but through ideas that bring meaning, connection, and spirit into focus. There's a quiet strength in embracing symbolism, not through excess, but through subtle expression. The red, white, and blue aesthetic isn't about saturation, it's about balance. It's about weaving a familiar theme into the table's atmosphere in a way that feels elevated and intentional rather than loud or expected. This approach leans into the emotional weight of those colors, not as a palette, but as a language. Red speaks of courage, blue of depth and unity, and white of clarity and hope. Together, they don't just create contrast, they create harmony. A quiet message layered beneath the celebration, reminding guests that this day holds more than tradition. It holds meaning. When this aesthetic is done thoughtfully, it doesn't dominate the table, it supports it. It guides the eye without pulling it. It feels cohesive, fluid, even poetic. Every choice becomes an echo of the day's spirit, not a display of it. There's movement, softness, and rhythm, like a visual hum that sits beneath the gathering. Guests at a table like this feel it more than they see it. The balance of tones, the spacing, the clarity, it all contributes to a larger idea. That this celebration, this gathering, is built on shared values, on stories interwoven through generations, and on the freedom to interpret those stories in our own way. In embracing the aesthetic of red, white, and blue, not as decoration, but as a layered experience, you transform the table into a symbol. Not of patriotism as performance, but of presence. Of pride, remembrance, and quiet resilience. At its heart, a well-prepared table should feel like an invitation. A space that softly says, "You belong here." The warm welcome theme is all about comfort, about creating an environment where guests feel at ease the moment they sit down. It's not about matching elements or following style guides. It's about capturing the feeling of being hosted with care. When this kind of energy radiates from the table, guests feel it instantly. The placement, the spacing, the flow, it all suggests presence. That someone thought about this moment in advance, not to impress, but to nurture. It's a table that doesn't speak loudly, it hums gently. There's a balance between order and softness, a sense of invitation built not through extravagance, but through subtle harmony. The table becomes more than a stage for food. It becomes a setting for togetherness. If this patriotic table setup sparked your creativity, like and share it with someone hosting a 4th of July gathering. The most memorable gatherings are rarely about what's served, they're about what's said. This theme focuses on encouraging communication. Everything about the table layout supports connection. Eye contact is easy, nothing obstructs the view, and the environment naturally sparks conversation. In this concept, the table feels interactive. It encourages guests to lean in, to listen, to respond. Every detail is intentional, not to fill the table, but to free it. There's spaciousness that fosters curiosity. Thoughtful composition invites people to stay present, to feel included in the moment rather than distracted by the setup. This kind of table is humble but powerful. It doesn't ask for attention, it earns it. It provides the gentle structure that helps even unfamiliar guests feel comfortable enough to speak, share, and participate in the story of the celebration. What's your go-to table centerpiece for Independence Day? Drop your ideas or favorites in the comments below. This approach centers the natural rhythm of the season, allowing the energy of summer to flow through the table in a seamless way. The design works with the environment, not against it. Everything feels like it belongs in that moment, gentle, unforced, and rooted in the beauty of now. The table arrangement is light, open, and reflective of the time of year. There's a quiet freshness in the layout, a breathable quality that mirrors the outdoors. It doesn't compete with nature, it harmonizes with it. The goal here is not to dominate the space, but to echo its mood. Guests at a seasonally tuned table feel like they're in sync with the day. The sunlight hits just right, the breeze moves gently past, and the entire setting feels alive and part of a larger rhythm. It's an environment that embraces what is, rather than trying to control or overstyle it. For more festive decorating ideas from summer to winter, hit subscribe and stay inspired all year long. In the midst of joy and celebration, the table can also serve as a quiet tribute, a place to honor what the holiday truly represents. This theme encourages thoughtful reflection. Every choice is made with meaning, and the overall tone is one of gratitude, dignity, and calm. It's not about visual symbolism, it's about emotional resonance. It's about pausing amid the celebration to acknowledge freedom's complexity. The table becomes a gathering space where silence can be shared just as meaningfully as words. This isn't a table that demands to be noticed. It offers stillness. A space where guests can reflect, connect with intention, and remember the weight and worth of the day. Through calm, uncluttered energy, the table reflects a deeper kind of celebration, one that honors the past while embracing the present. As the celebration unfolds and the evening settles into its rhythm, the table you've prepared becomes more than a centerpiece, it becomes a story in motion. With each shared dish, each raised glass, each moment of laughter, something invisible but powerful takes root. This table was never just about presentation, it was about presence. About creating a space where people could show up as themselves, connect meaningfully, and feel the rhythm of the holiday in quiet, unspoken ways. A good table doesn't shout. It whispers. It supports. It holds. It welcomes. In the stillness between conversations, in the warmth of company, in the glow of late sunlight, the intention you placed into every part of the setting rises to the surface. The beauty isn't always seen, it's felt. And as time moves forward, guests may forget what the table looked like, but they'll remember how it made them feel. They'll remember the softness, the closeness, the way the atmosphere helped them settle into joy, gratitude, or reflection, without needing to be told how. That's the quiet power of thoughtful table decor. It doesn't rely on objects, it relies on energy. On empathy. On the ability to tune into what people need and how a space can offer it without asking for anything in return. The table becomes a canvas where togetherness is painted not in bold strokes, but in soft layers. Where memories are not imposed, but invited. It's easy to chase perfection. But the real magic lies in authenticity. In preparing a table not to impress, but to embrace.